Hey guys, Andy from WagerTalk.com. Going to go over a free golf play for this week's tournament, the BMW Championship. We don't have a tea time show this week. I'll be in Vegas and Nick is in Europe, so timing just didn't work out. But let's get a free play. First, let's just go over the course real quick. If you don't know the course, this is in Delaware. It's the South Course on Wilmington. They've never played here. There is no course history whatsoever. So when you're doing your research, make sure you don't look at tournament history here because they've never played this course. The course is very gettable. I'm guessing we're going to see a winning score around a minus 20 or so. Interesting, though, it's not going to be because of the par fives. They've got two par fives, and they're 634 yards and 649 yards. So not gettable in two. You're going to have to play your drive, hit a fairway. You're going to have a nice second shot setting up a short wedge, and then have really good wedge play to take advantage of the par fives. However, the par fours are very gettable. I believe there's 5 of the par fours that are 430 yards or less. So you're going to be off the tee with the driver and then wedge. So you're going to be looking at wedge play being very, very important this week if you're going to take advantage of this course. For what it's worth, no cut event and shorter field. So when you see some pretty crazy odds on top 20s and top 40s, that's why. It's just a lower field and there's no cut. So let's take a look at a free play that I like. This is very important. We go over this every time we put out a top 20 or a top 40 play. Shop around your books and make sure you understand the rules. Some books pay out in ties. Some books use dead heat rules. I'm in Indianapolis, so I'm in the Midwest, and DraftKings, for example, they use dead heat rules. BetMGM, however, pays out full in ties. So it's so important to know your book, know the rules, and know what you're getting into when you're betting top 20s and top 40s. It also is going to explain why the prices are going to be different. If you got a book that pays out in ties, they're going to give you a better line. So shop around, make sure you know the rules. It's so important. Let's talk Sungjae Im top 20. Listen, I faded Sungjae Im for a while, and it was good because he had a back injury and his finishes were not good. I mean, you're looking miscut, and 81. And we got tipped off about the back injury because he withdrew from a tournament before he teed off, citing a back injury. So he comes back, miscut, 81. And then his back apparently got real healthy and he looks great. You could argue he's probably a top 5 golfer right now. Second, and 12th, the last 3 tournaments he's played in. He had a break in between those, but his last 2 weeks, 12th and 2nd. Not too many guys can brag about 2 top 12 finishes in his last 2 tournaments. And also, if I can pull up here his stats look really good. I'm just looking at the last 2 weeks here because that's really what you're looking at with this field. So he's 7th in total strokes gained over the last couple weeks, and he's plus strokes gained in all the major categories. I love that he's plus 0.88 in putting. I love that he's plus 1.7 tee to green. That's important for this course because you got to get those par fours. And he's looks like plus 1.12 off the tee. That's a really good one. You need accurate shots off the tee to set up your short game. So when I'm looking at everything with Sungjae Im, he's finished in the 12th or better in the last 3 weeks. And with this field, I just don't trust a whole lot of guys right now. I mean, we saw Rory McIlroy misses the cut last week. I talked about Scotty Scheffler and his putting problems. He missed the cut last week. Patrick Cantlay was terrible. He was 57th. Xander Schauffele was terrible. He was 57th last week. So some of these big name guys are not slam dunks to make it inside the top 20. And once you get past this top 15, it really drops off a cliff. You got Shane Lowry, who's struggling. Max Homa struggling a little bit. Hideki Matsuyama, who knows where that guy's head is at. So I think this sets up really well for Sungjae Im to have a very under the radar top 20 finish again. I'm looking at BetMGM right now. You can grab it at minus 135. I think that's a fantastic price. That way, if he ties for 20th, you get paid out in full. So let's ride Sungjae Im and the hot streak that he's on. Back looks healthy. Game is looking great, and he's played fantastic over the last 2 weeks. And with no course history, We don't have we don't know if everyone is going to be good or not. So I just really like looking at current form on this one. So take Sung JM top 20. Good luck, everybody. Pack can be found on wagertalk.com for golf this week. Let's have a great weekend. Good luck, and we'll see you next week.